Welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
For this is what the Sovereign Lord says.
Why do you need prophets to tell people who you are and what you want?
If you can justify everything that the God of the Bible has done, then you can justify any of your behavior.
A lot of this mentality is trickling into what is now mainstream right-wing Christianity.
I am capable of empathy greater than this God of the Bible.
This is a Bible that they tell kids. This is the good Lord. This is the good book. He is fantasizing about murder, mass murder.
Head over to sacrilegiousdiscourse.com right now to find out how to leave us a review or support us on Patreon.
Hey there, sinners and saints. It's your favorite Bible-bashing duo from Sacrilegious Discourse, and we need your help.
That's right, folks. We're raising funds for some heavenly equipment and a studio that doesn't sound like it's in the depths of hell.
Our current setup, let's just say it's more apocalypse than audiophile.
So if you want to hear us dissect the Bible without the background noise of demonic squirrels, chip in a few bucks.
We're aiming for $5,000 to upgrade our audio and build a studio worthy of blasphemous banter.
Donate today and help us spread the good word of atheism.
You can find a link right on our homepage, sacrilegiousdiscourse.com. Every dollar counts.
Even if it's from your collection plate. Husband!
Wife!
Are you ready to do this? What are we doing? Happy birthday!
Yes. And thanks, because it is.
As we're
recording this. Yeah. Which is, just for the record, live on our Discord, which is every week, Tuesday, 10 p.m. Eastern. Join us, because it's a blast. On Discord.
Get over there.
Yeah.
You could hear me be a drunken dumb bitch.
Right. And then you could have wished me happy birthday on my birthday.
Yeah.
But, you
missed it.
You missed it.
Womp
Unless
womp.
you didn't, in which case you're here.
But if you're listening to this as a recording, you probably already missed it, in which case...
Then you missed it.
And that's dumb of you. Why wouldn't you come to my husband's birthday?
Right, yeah. Also, we are finishing the Old Testament.
Not this week, next week.
Oh,
it's the penultimate.
Oh.
Yeah, the second to last chapter.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
Yeah.
Almost finishing.
That's what penultimate means.
I apologize. Yeah.
Ultimate is the last, the final.
Got it.
The apex, the zenith.
I fucked that one up.
You so did. You were like, I have exciting news for you. And I'm like, you have almost exciting news.
I have almost exciting news.
It's almost like you did pre-cum.
Oh my God.
What?
Wife has had a bit of wine tonight, so this could go any which way. So,
it really
but
could.
Before it does go any which way, I want to...
Any which way but loose.
Oh my God.
Huh? Okay, what?
I would like to thank some new patrons that have joined as supporters.
That are really, really probably regretting their choice about now.
So obviously we're doing a weekly podcast now. And
obviously.
Yeah. And so there may be more than one shout out occasionally. So we actually have 3 people to thank.
Fucking people? What the fuck?
Yeah. So Matthew D. Richard T. And Jerry Y.
Jerry Y doesn't rhyme. Y.
So Matthew, Richard, and Jerry, thank you so much for joining as patrons and helping support our podcast. We really, really appreciate you. It is really what keeps us going. Although tonight wine has kept wife going, so she didn't need the financial support tonight. So anyway, what are we covering tonight?
We are covering me in wine and Malachi chapter 3.
Okay.
But we're going to do a little bit of backtrack into chapter 2.
Okay.
Let me get some action from the back section.
Are you ready to get into this?
Sure as fuck am.
All right, let's do it.
Okie dokie. All right, we are jumping into Malachi chapter 3. But in order to do that, guess what we have to do?
What do we have to do?
We have to run backwards for a minute.
Okay.
Like,
all right. I'm not really good at running backwards.
That's the I'm taking.
And I question anybody who just doesn't turn around.
Well, we have
Moreover,
to
you know.
go back to last week is what
Okay.
I'm saying.
All right. Yeah.
That was, time.
No, I was just stating
Time.
that it seems more efficient to just turn around instead of running backwards. That's all.
Time keeps on slipping. But we're slipping into the past.
Got it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So because this chapter actually starts with the last verse of the previous chapter.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Like they just cut it again in a really weird spot.
I mean, yeah, that happens in the Bible. it
like
seems
the scroll ended and they were like, whatever.
Right.
Write the next verse here and just carry on the next one. It's fine. And they were like, no, I can put this verse on. I could just, and they were like, no, there's still room. And the dude was like, no, but you don't have to use the room at the end of the scroll just because it's there. Like I can literally start the next chapter there.
I'm just saying maybe the scrolls might have been at a premium, so they felt like they had to use them.
And that's what the quartermaster was like, absolutely fucking not. We do not have enough scrolls for you to be starting the next chapter at the top of the next page. If there is room, I don't care if it's only one verse, start at the bottom. And my dude was like, this is not okay. I like, it's so fucking annoying. Like, I can feel the agitation of the person who was like, this is getting cut wrong. You're doing it wrong.
Sure.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're back in chapter 2.
Back in chapter 2. Got it.
And we're reading about the near approach of the day of judgment.
Okay.
Remember, because these last few chapters are so Jesus-y up in here.
They really are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Christians are like, ooh, I love it.
Is it that they're Jesus-y, or is it that the Old Testament or the New Testament just made the New Testament?
No. Here's the thing.
Jesus-y based on this.
Okay, here's the thing. What happened was, okay, so we went through the Pentateuch, right? The first 5 books of the Bible, right? Yeah. And those were like all the rules and the laws and how the world was made and how the Jewish people came to be and the descendants and blah, 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 okay?
Yeah.
And then we got through that and they were like, okay, now. And then they did the long-ass histories with the kings and the Chronicles and the Samuels and all them guys, right?
Sure, yeah.
Right? And then all the prophets guys, right? That was all histories.
Right.
Okay? And then they threw some fucking Psalms and shit, some writings is in there because, we read it all wrong, out of order and shit.
Sure, yeah.
I mean, we read it in the way that it's presented as a quote-unquote normal everyday Bible that you buy off the book.
Right, the physical front to back.
Yeah. So we read it correctly. It was stapled together incorrectly because Christians just had to do their own fucking thing, right? So...
I mean, you could argue that the whole thing is just incorrect in and of itself as a whole. So.
Right, but they took something that was already funky and they further functified it.
Got it.
And they made it even worse. Okay? So then we get through all this history and writings and stuff. And then these last few minor prophets.
Yeah.
They're like post-apocalyptic, right? They're post-exile. They're like, oh, we've all been scattered hither and yon after Babylonian exile. This sucks. And so they're like, how can we excite our people? I know, let's hearken back to days of yore.
Right.
And so they started talking about the Old Testament days. And so they're like, remember back when all the rules? And so all the rules are like great to them. Right? Because they're like, this is how we will get back in touch with our people. We'll get back to our roots. We'll excite them, remind them that we have a sense of purpose and family and value and a people. We're a people. We have a community, right? And it gives us something to like pull us all together. This common
thread,
common punishment, common everything, right? God both hates us and loves us. We're chosen, but we suck, and we always do wrong, but we always do good, and our enemies will always pay. We'll pay, but they'll pay more, but only sometimes. But it's us and God against the world.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
I almost adopted like a Jennifer Coolidge. Us against the world. Mary. Dumbass. I tried to be Jennifer Coolidge, and I can't. But if I could... Just imagine her. You don't even know who Jennifer Coolidge is.
I really don't.
She's so fucking awesome.
Okay.
Anyway, she's a fucking icon. Okay. So since we're like right at the end, right? And they're like talking about like, oh, let's go back to the ways of God, good, God, good rules, laws. That's why when the Christians put this together, all these books and shit, they put it in order. Remember, we talked about the order of the books of the Bible. Like, why is it in this order in this religion versus that religion? It's in that order.
Sure.
When the Christians put it together in this order, they were like, these ones here at the end that are like, remember the days of yore with all the laws? It like sets them up to be, and then ...
Right.
So that's why.
It was the way that they laid it out to make the logical transition into the Christian religion.
Yes.
That is what it is today.
Right.
Well,
So it feels more Christian because the Christians were like, let's put this at the end to move straight forward into our Christian shit.
Right.
So it's on purpose done that way.
Sure. Yeah.
So we are not wrong that we're like, oh, but that's what it's about.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay. So we're about to read the end of chapter 2, which goes into chapter 3, the near approach of the day of judgment. Okay. So chapter 2, verse 17, you have wearied the fucking Lord with your words. How have we wearied him, you ask? Go ahead, ask.
How did we weary him?
Do you even need to ask? By saying all who do evil are good in the eyes of the Lord and he is pleased with them. Or where is the God of justice? Ugh.
Yeah.
And that's how they ended that chapter.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And that's like a really dumb place to end because then like chapter 3 picks up with, anyways.
Sure.
Okay. Let's continue that conversation now, right? Okay. So this is Malachi reading or talking to the people as God sometimes and sometimes as himself. But right now he's like, blah, 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 says the Lord Almighty. Okay. I will send my messenger who will prepare the way before me. Then suddenly the Lord you are seeking will come to his temple. The messenger of the covenant whom you desire will come, says the Lord Almighty. But who can endure the day of his coming? Who can stand when he appears? For he will be like a refiner's fire or a launderer's soap. Okay.
A launderer's soap. Well,
clean.
I guess.
Clean and pure.
Got it.
Holy.
Sure. I was just thinking maybe because they used lye back then, maybe.
I'm
assuming they used lye. That maybe it was like, there was a possibility of like a chemical reaction that could go wrong.
It'll eat all your skin.
Or blow up something, like you can, there's some bad reactions with that shit.
There are, but I'm pretty sure that they meant it as like pure as snow.
Got it.
Like clean and holy and pure and clean as clean.
Yeah.
Okay, now I do have a note that I need to add. They're like, somebody coming. There's this messenger coming. The Christians are so excited. They're like, guess who it is? It's not Jesus. Guess who it is? Guess who it is? Oh my God, I know. Tell me. Do you want me to tell you? It's not Jesus.
No,
it's John the Baptist. I don't know who's a John the Baptist, right? I haven't read the New Testament yet. I know the name. I don't know what that fucking guy is.
I hear he's really fucking important, apparently. And maybe even sometimes people think he might be Jesus.
Yeah, and some people think he was supposed to be Jesus.
I'm not really sure how that works out exactly. Some people say he is I'm sure we'll get into that a little bit more, but...
Yeah, I don't know. But some New Testament dude, they're like, it's him. And I'm like, no, he's not born yet, because this is still 450 BCE.
Right, yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Like, we're not at 0 yet, okay?
Yeah, right.
Calm your tits, guys. Anyways, he, whoever him be, will sit as a refiner and purifier of silver. He will purify the Levites and refine them like gold and silver. See all this purity, cleanness. This guy's going to clean you up.
Yeah.
Okay, this messenger.
Okay.
Then the Lord will have men who will bring offerings in righteousness, and the offerings of Judah and Jerusalem will be acceptable to the Lord as in days gone by, as in former years. Remember hearkening back to, remember the good old days when, Aaron's boys picked up sticks on the wrong day and got smote and we weren't even allowed to cry about it? Remember
but it's interesting. We're talking about this messenger, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
to come, the messenger to come.
The messenger to come. And we're still talking about offerings, though. And when Jesus did show up on the scene, I feel like those things kind of went to the wayside. Like offerings aren't really a thing. They maybe I'm wrong about that. I could be wrong about that.
Well, okay, so you're getting ahead of yourself, but...
Well, yeah, obviously.
Because the offering is something different. Like, the whole thing is you don't have to sacrifice animals anymore because Jesus was sacrificed instead.
No, I get that. I get that there
so
is.
now you just got to bring your dollar for the donation plate.
But let's back up a second. We're still in the Old Testament.
Yeah.
We got this chapter, or we got this book, this chapter, and one more, right?
Yeah.
So in this chapter, because of all the references to Old Testament style things, it sounds to me like we're still talking about old style offerings, right?
Very much.
But it gets interpreted different later, probably, based on what I know of things to come, maybe.
But that won't be until several hundred years after Jesus.
Right. I'm just saying that we're using this as a springboard, like Christians use this as a springboard into the New Testament, and they interpret this differently than maybe it actually sounds when we're reading it, is all I'm saying.
No, they would have said that at this time they were still sacrificing animals.
Got it.
Because this is 450 BCE.
I thought that they were talking about when the messenger comes, though.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying.
Right.
The offerings will be, okay, blah, blah, blah. The Lord will have men who will bring offerings in righteousness, and the offerings of Judah and Jerusalem will be acceptable to the Lord as in days gone by. But they're not talking about offerings like sacrificial animals there.
But it says as in days gone by, which would have been sacrificial animals.
But they're also talking about silver and gold and shit like that. Riches.
Okay.
Like tithing. Like, so.
But again, I think this is very open to a debate as to what they actually mean here.
You're absolutely, you're absolutely 100% right.
And I don't recall them actually bringing silver and gold a whole lot.
No, you're 100% right. But they did bring oil and grain and shit like that, right? And so that's what they're thinking. They don't know that there's a dude yet that's going to be sacrificed, right? So as they're writing this, whatever that sacrifice is, you're going to be bringing that shit. That holy shit. It's going to be the purest shit, just like it used to be. So that's what they're saying. And yes, the Christians will be like, they didn't know yet that.
Right, which is what I'm saying. It's just, it's interpreted differently by Christians than it would be by the Jewish reader of the same thing.
Sure. Okay.
That's all.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't understand what you were saying. Yes.
Well, we try to read this from the perspective of when and how it was written, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's all I'm getting at.
No, yeah, totally. Yeah, the people at the time writing this, and then the people later on reading this, and then the people today reading this as Jewish people would all say, they were talking about whatever sacrifices they would be bringing would be pure and clean.
Yeah, and they're just a major divergence between what it would mean to someone who is Jewish versus someone who is Christian.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah. But the Christians would say, but there is no difference, because they would say that there is no difference because they're saying whatever sacrifices they bring are clean and good, and Jesus is clean and good, so it's fine. They would say there is no difference.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So,
right,
yes.
but it's pretty clear that that's not the same as the offerings that were in times before.
Sure,
so.
Absolutely.
That's all.
Absolutely. I totally agree with you. And also, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, to be clear, because I still don't know what a John the Baptist is or a Jesus, because we are still in the negatives.
Right.
We're in the negative years.
Yes.
Look, I see these BCEs and the CEs as a timeline, okay, on paper. And a timeline on paper is like negatives and positives. And we have not reached Jesus yet, okay? And that's what I call the zero. And I know there's not a fucking 0 year, okay? I know that. But when I say 400 BCE or 450 BCE, I have to imagine it on the timeline as the negative in order to make it make sense.
Sure.
Okay?
Yep.
And in order to like make it go to the left all the way that way, you know, you go all the way back to way back into when they say the Adam and Eve shit that didn't happen, and then the dinosaurs before that, right? That's way left, okay?
Yeah.
And then if you're like standing there and you're like looking at the timeline, okay?
Yep.
And then you are the standing on a 0 or what the fuck ever, okay? And then future history is to your right. Those are the positive numbers.
Okay, well, let's get off this positive negative timeline here, because I'm having a lot of trouble following what you're going on about here.
Look,
and I might not be the only one.
No, I'm just saying like that's how I have to imagine time.
Sure.
In order for it to make sense. I know time's not flat. I know that time is not just a number line. I know that. But in order to be able to imagine all the things that happen, I have to imagine it as a timeline. Like
sure.
That.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Anyway, so blah, 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 gold and silver. Then the Lord will have men who will bring offerings in righteousness, and the offerings of Judah and Jerusalem will be acceptable to the Lord as in days gone by, as in former years. Oh, I love them olden days. They were so nice back then. Women really knew their place back then. So I will come to put you on trial. I will be quick to testify against sorcerers, adulterers, and perjurers, against those who defraud laborers of their wages. Ooh, I would like that.
Right.
Who oppress the widows and the fatherless. Ooh, can we get some of that today?
Right.
And deprive the foreigners among you of justice. Oh my God. Can we please have you come and do that? I would love that.
If God and Jesus were in charge, sounds like everybody's fucked these days.
Right? But do not fear me, says the Lord Almighty. It's almost like if the Christians read their own Bible, they would be like, oh shit.
Well, they obviously pick what they... It's a common theme.
No, I know.
It's cherry picked for what they want to believe out of it and what they want to hear out of it. So.
I know. That reminds me, like, your little niece was telling your mom about some religious thing today and was, like, telling her something about how people in the Bible in the olden days used to eat babies, and your mom was like, who told you that? And she was like, it's in the Bible. And, yeah, like, I guess...
We have an aunt that's teaching things,
fun Christian things that you don't teach to. How old is she? 8?
She's in 3rd grade.
Yeah,
so.
You don't tell a 3rd grader shit like that. Yeah, and then your mom was like, "Nuh-uh, that's not okay. That's not true. That's not good. And I don't think God likes that." And then she was like, did that really happen in the Bible? And we're like, yeah, sorry to tell you, but it did. There were people starving and they ate their babies and shit.
Right. Yeah.
But God, condoned it. So it's fine.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
And also he was like, you're going to. He knew it was going to happen.
God didn't condone it. He said it was going to happen because they were...
And then it came to pass.
Right, yeah.
And then, sometimes they ate the babies and other places they dashed them against rocks, Sure. It's fine. It's fine. This is fine. This is totally a book that is fine for children. I love the Bible. It's great.
Right.
I would read all of those bits to children if I could.
Yeah.
I would love
not in any way whatsoever.
I think it would be great to pretend to be a religious organization and be like, we're going to read the Bible, and then have them come sit before me and then read in a very childlike voice all of the worst parts of it, like the rape and the...
You know what, honestly, if I was going to have a child have to read the entire Bible, I'd rather them listen to our cuss-filled version of the Bible than have to sit there and listen to it for somebody trying to explain away how this is all okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly.
No, it's true.
Cussing to me is not a thing that is... It's just a matter of how you interpret it or choose to see it.
Okay, I mean, I do make a lot of poopy and sex jokes.
Sure.
I don't think that's appropriate for 3rd graders.
But I don't think that much of the Bible is appropriate for 3rd graders either.
I don't either. I do not either.
That's what I'm saying. If I had my choice between one or the other,
right,
it would be to have them listen to ours, which is
I think it would be
more
fun
real.
To tell the 3rd graders, Noah's Ark was awesome because everybody on the planet died and there was one boat and this guy was on the boat and you were like, oh my God, I'm drowning. Please let me on the boat. And he was like, fuck nah.
Maybe we could do a pseudo cussing version of the reading of the podcast. You know what I mean?
Sacrilegious
Brady on our
Discord
Discord kind of brought, we could do a pee pee poo poo version.
A pee pee poo poo version.
Yeah.
Where we only do pee pee poo poo jokes.
Right. Yeah.
Not
and just
sex and F-bombs.
Tone down the cussing.
And we're like.
And then we could point that we could, if
and then everybody on the planet died. Womp womp.
If reading the Bible in school becomes a thing that is required, then we could become required listening / reading.
Oh my God, that would be amazing, right?
Yeah. I think that's what we should angle for.
Okay.
Yeah, we should do a pee pee poo poo version.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Because then some schools, like, they could check the box.
Then Brady again. God is Richard.
God's not a dick. God is Richard. Yes. Nice. Well played. All right. But we got to continue because we're moving on to tithing.
No, obviously, tithings.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't want to tithe?
You got to give your money to God.
Yeah, because we don't have anywhere else we could spend that.
God
that would
cannot,
be good for us or our families or anything.
God cannot pay the electric bill by himself. He needs you. I, the Lord, do not change. So you, the descendants of Jacob, are not destroyed. Ever since the time of your ancestors.
Hold on. He's destroyed them and he's changed.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, husband.
None of that is true.
You lie.
No,
I will smite you.
We've covered these things in the fucking contradiction episodes.
If it wasn't for your birthday, I would totally smite your ass. You're a liar.
He's had 5 fucking years to do that shit.
You're a goddamn liar, sir. I, the Lord, do not change, so you, the descendants of Jacob, are not destroyed. Shut up, husband.
Except for when he does destroy them.
I don't want to hear your shit, husband. You shut your mouth. Get in the corner.
Right.
Ever since the time of your ancestors, you have turned away from my decrees and have not kept them, you motherfuckers. Especially you, husband. Shut it. I don't want to hear you. Return to me. Return, and I will return to you. Do you believe him? Says the Lord Almighty.
I don't. He randomly fucking kills people in the Old Testament. That it doesn't matter whether you fucking worshipped him or not. He just chose a certain amount of people that were going to make it through, and he's going to make their hearts be more conducive to him or something. So no, I don't fucking believe him because he kills whoever the fuck he wants.
Let me push back on that a little bit. Okay. But you ask, how are we to return? Is that what you ask?
No, because I don't give a shit.
Will a mere mortal rob God? Yet you rob me. But you ask, how are we robbing you?
Will a mere mortal rob God, but you rob me? What?
He's saying y'all be fucking robbing me.
Well, why did he ask the fucking question if he knew the answer?
Because he's God, and so he presents stuff, and he's like, ba-boomba, ba-boom.
Why doesn't he just say what he fucking means?
Because these are oral tales told through time.
Okay.
That's how oral tales are told.
As riddles and confusing fucking bullshit? As
stories that are, like, easy to repeat. And so that they have to ask the question so that then they can present the answer.
I feel like I've said this many times throughout our podcast, but I feel like if you're a God, you have the ability to be very clear about what you mean and what you say.
You do.
And maybe because of how important you think you are, maybe you should be very clear about what you mean and what you say.
Yeah.
You know, instead of just being ambiguous about what you're getting at. Just spell it the fuck out for future generations so there's no question.
You don't have to be an asshole.
About your godliness.
You don't have to be a dick. It's your choice. You literally are choosing to be a dick.
Yeah.
And a dumb one at that.
Yeah. Not a good choice, man.
And a poopy on you. In tithes and offerings. That's how you're robbing me, bitches.
Oh.
You are under a curse. Your whole nation, because you are robbing me. Curses upon you.
So we're not giving them enough money?
Bring the whole tithe into the storehouse. Come, let me count.
That's what Joel Osteen says, isn't it?
Yes, into the storehouse where my airplane is. Yes, that there may be food in my house. Why God need food? Why God need food?
He's got that big sniffer. He likes to smell it.
Test me in this, says the Lord Almighty, and see if I will not throw open the floodgates of heaven and pour out so much blessing that there will not be room enough to store it. It's just like a magic penny. Hold it tight and you won't have any. Lend it, spend it, and you'll have so many. They'll roll all over the floor. Love something if you give it away. Give it away. Give it away. Love something if you give it away. You'll end up having more.
It's
a song
speechless
from childhood. You never heard that one? You didn't have to learn that one in chorus?
Nope.
Third grade chorus?
Never not that
Music
one.
class?
Not that one. Nope.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I had to learn that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know even where that came from or why.
Because he's saying if you give me all of your money, then I will give you blessings back. So he's saying to make money, you have to spend money.
You know what? I'm more inclined to believe the robber that's robbing me.
Yeah.
When he says, if you give me all your money, I won't kill you, then I am inclined to believe God.
Right.
Saying the same thing.
No, it's so true, right? I'd be like, here is my wallet. It has $0 in it, but it has pictures of my kids, which are, worthless to you, but priceless to me. But I can also replace them. So here, have them. Love you. Have a nice.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Right.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I bought my purse at the thrift store, but you can have it.
I'm just saying God's record in the Old Testament is really piss poor.
Yeah.
When it comes to not killing people.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah. Honestly, no, I was just thinking about, like, if we were confronted with a thief who's like, give me all your money. And then you're like taking out your wallet and he's like, quick, give me all your money. And then you open it and there's like no cash. And he's like, God damn it, bitch, give me your purse. Open your purse. Give me all your dollars. And then I open it and there's like no money in there either. And he's like, nobody carries cash. And we're like, we really don't.
Yeah.
And then he's like, let's go to the ATM. And we're like, and then he's like, why are you laughing? And we're like, we'll go, but there's only like, I don't know, $10 in there right now. You could have it.
Right.
But honestly, why don't you come back to the house? You can get like $10, more than $10, and a nice dinner and good company.
Yeah. Right.
And then nobody has to die. Put away your weapon.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Anyways, I'm being God now. Okay. I will prevent pests. When you give me all your money, when you tithe it to me, right?
Yeah.
And then I pour all these fucking blessings all over you.
Right.
I will prevent pests from devouring your crops, which was a big deal to them back then.
It was. Those damn locusts, man.
They had locusts left and right. They were always devouring.
They did the Israelites dirty, man.
Yeah. And the vines in your fields will not drop their fruit before it is ripe, which was a problem because critters and droughts.
God, really, actually.
Droughts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Says the Lord Almighty. Then all your nations will call you blessed, which I really care about what the other nations say. I really want them to know how big my dick is.
Right. He's very concerned about his image.
Yes, for yours will be a delightful land. And that's important. But what's more important is not just that it's delightful, but also that everybody around you says, oh, that's so delightful. Right?
Sure, yeah.
Very important, says the Lord Almighty.
You did dip into your English accent here.
I didn't mean to, but the Lord feels like he needs that, right? Right?
I don't know if I mentioned this, guys, but wife had some wine tonight.
I had a whole bottle.
So
I didn't mean to.
Just,
that's a lie. That's a lie. The bottle was presented, and it was presented as mine, and I have this rule where I can't just open it and then not finish it because that's alcohol abuse. That's waste.
Yeah.
Because it goes flat. And I know people are like, none of you get a proper cork or what the fuck ever and stop that. No, shut up. That's not true. It's not true. It goes flat. Fuck off. So, okay. Anyways.
Yeah.
I'm not a connoisseur, but I'm not drinking day old wine. Okay. My dollar store wine even needs to be fucking fresh. Okay.
Yeah.
I need that screw top freshly open. Okay. I'm a cheap drunk, and I'm a picky cheap drunk. But I also never I seldom drink. I won't say I never drink.
Right.
But I seldom drink.
Right.
And I only drink if you are with me because I cannot be trusted to behave as a normal fucking person rather than a lunatic.
Right.
As this podcast is evidence. Okay, anyways, moving on. God is like, blah, blah, blah. Give me all your money and shit.
Right.
Okay? He says, you have spoken arrogantly against me, says the Lord. Yet you ask, what have we said against you? You say it. Okay, I'm God. You've spoken against me arrogantly.
What have we said against you?
You have said it is futile to serve God. Stupid.
It is.
What do we gain by carrying out his requirements and going about like mourners before the Lord Almighty? That's what you've asked.
I actually haven't, but I mean,
It's futile.
Sure, it is. It is. I will say,
why do we bother?
Pointless, but
why should we even? Right? Like that's you.
For sure.
Yeah. And now I'm God, and I'm like, whiny bitches.
Right.
But now we call the arrogant blessed. Certainly, evildoers prosper, and even when they put God to the test, they get away with it. So now you're like, God damn it. All these bad guys, like, why do I even fucking worship you? I don't get nothing out of it. And all these bad guys, they're really being bad and they're not getting punished. What the fuck?
Right.
Okay, that's what you're like. Okay.
I mean, I don't believe in God, so I'm not really like that.
No, but that's what, like, if we were doing the play, that's what you would be saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And then God's like, you're a little bitch. Okay.
Okay.
Then those who feared the Lord talked with each other, but the ones who didn't fear, I guess, were like, this is stupid bullshit, and they fucked off somewhere else.
Sure, yeah.
And the Lord listened and heard. Prum, prum, prum. A scroll of remembrance was written in his presence concerning those who feared the Lord and honored his name. This sounds like they took a fucking census of, okay, who in this group is like, God is awesome, and who is like, no, God is stupid. And no, I stand by what I said. He's no good, and why should I even worship him? And they're like, we're writing your name on the naughty list. Prum, prum, prum.
I don't. If it were me, I'd start tracking the people who go against God and the people who didn't go against God and see how they, fared in life.
Well,
just to track to see what God's record is on punishing those fuckers.
But then politics is what this is really about.
Well, yeah,
so
obviously.
You can't just be like, all the people who followed God, they got prizes, wee! Or all the people who followed God, they got punished, and so maybe it's better to not follow God. Like, it's just not like that when politics is involved.
Sure.
Which is what this is.
Right.
And so basically they took everybody's fucking names and they were like, you honored God, you're awesome. You're a believer. You get to sit in the golden chair, or what the fuck ever.
Got it.
On the day when I act, says the Lord Almighty, they will be my treasured possession.
Okay.
These people on this list.
Yeah.
The goodies.
Sure.
I will spare them, just as a father has compassion and spares his son who serves him.
Okay.
Hint, hint, wink, wink, nod, nod.
Right.
And you will again see the distinction between the righteous and the wicked, between those who serve God and those who do not. The end.
So basically, if something shitty happens to you, you didn't serve God.
Mm-hmm.
If something good happens to you, you did serve God. And the list is probably just a list of people that people want to put on the list.
Well,
that's good. Or bad.
Yeah,
or
the list is those who are like, we totally agree, we're going to start tithing now.
Sure.
That's what the list is.
Also, if there's a list of people who are in God's favor and who are not in God's favor, wouldn't you think that people would be inclined to treat those people differently and based on whether or not they were on that list or not?
Yeah, it almost kind of feels like how Trump wants to start a new census and have you heard about that?
I can't keep up with all the shit.
Yeah, he wants to do a new census, and basically he wants to do a census of those who are in his favor and those who are against him.
Yeah.
And
literally, like, my phone goes off sometimes with news things, and it's basically how Trump is fucking our country left and right, and I just can't.
And you just like swipe. You're like, no.
No, I still end up hearing about it. I still know about it because it's in our family chats. It's everywhere.
And
but like, it's fucking overwhelming. It's literally every goddamn day. This fucker is like 1, 2, 3, go. I woke up this morning and now I'm ruining the country this much more.
Yeah.
And it's like, holy fucking hell. I mean, I don't even know where we're going to end up at the end of this. It's unreal. Well, but anyway. This isn't a politics podcast.
No, but it's similar, though. Like, the whole census. Like, I'm taking down names. I'm making a list. This quote-unquote God, this Malachi guy, he's like, we're taking a list of those who are agreeing to do the tithing. And, we have a governor, and we have a priest. We have both, right? And they work hand in hand, right?
Yeah.
Very excited about our politics and our religion working hand in hand, right? And so our governor and our priest working hand in hand want to know who's going to be there every week at church promising to bring the tithing. And when you don't, and when you're not, we will come get you.
I feel like you'd be hard pressed not to ask to be on that list. Like, you wouldn't want to be left off that list. So, like, the answer for everybody would just be yep,
I guess I'm tithing.
So, kind of takes the whole, like, choice and free will aspect out of it, because it's an obligation more than it is a choice that you're going to make.
That's God's whole thing, is that you have the choice to choose me or I will kill you.
Right.
Those are your choices.
But it's not even him that's going to kill them. It's the society that they live in that demands this choice in the first place.
Yeah.
And so it's not a choice based on the God. It's a choice based on the society that these people live in.
Kind of like right now in America.
Well, yeah, to a degree. Yes, for sure. Do you have anything else for us today on Malachi?
God's a dick.
Right.
Fuck Malachi. Fuck this shit. And I really liked my God voice today. Did you care for it? Shall I do it again tomorrow?
No.
To finish not tomorrow. Next week.
Yeah.
Shall I bring it back next week to finish us off? To have the happy ending, if you will.
I don't know. I kind of liked your old God thing where, like, you did
I did like that.
Yeah. I kind of missed that.
Where he was like, oh, bitches, yeah.
Yeah.
He was kind of like a big dum-dum.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
That was good.
All right. I'll be dumb next week then.
All right. Okay. Well, I think that was it for Malachi chapter 3. And that means that the next time we get together for an episode, and can make it quite the party if you wanted to show up on our Discord, we are going to be covering the last chapter of the Old Testament.
Yes.
That does not mean that the Old Testament's over. Right. We will still have special episodes.
Well, yeah, because even after we read Malachi chapter 4 next week, the week after that, we'll have a Malachi wrap up and pop quiz and contradictions. You're always wrong.
Right.
And all that. We'll probably do all those in one episode, since this was only 4 chapters. And then after that, we'll do like several Old Testament wrap-ups.
Sure.
Like, I have some things to say about each piece of the Old Testament.
Right.
Some recaps and some, this is what this is, and this is in order how this should have gone, and that kind of thing.
Right. Yeah. But essentially, we get to close the book on the Old Testament next week.
I'm very excited about that.
That's really cool.
I know.
I mean, this is such a fucking milestone. Our podcast.
We're almost done having read the whole entire Old Testament.
That's amazing.
It's fucking amazing.
Anyway, thank you guys for always being here for us, for always being a fan and a listener. You guys are incredible in so many ways. And thank you for being on this journey with us.
Seriously.
It's been fun, and we're going to continue. Right. But we've reached a huge milestone.
I just realized that when we do this last episode next week of Malachi, that it will literally be like 5 years to the month.
5 years to the oh yeah,
because we started the Old Testament in August.
We sure did. So yeah, it took us 5 years to read the Old Testament. I
mean, that's because we read it and talked about each chapter.
Yeah, well, and then we did it daily for quite some time. So I mean, it took a lot of reading to get through this shit. So it's not a small book. Yeah.
Like, somebody was like, it took you 5 years? And I'm like, no, but we read each chapter, and then we took time to try to digest it. And then at the end of each book, we took time to digest the whole book. And then we did other deep dives. Like, we didn't just, like, read it straight through and call it done. Right. Like, that would have been a disservice. Like, we really wanted to try to understand what the fuck we were reading.
It makes me question the people that say that they did like those 1 year read the Bible things. Like, maybe you did, but did you really actually internalize any of that?
Did you look anything up?
Right. Did you understand what you were reading?
Yeah.
Because it doesn't feel like you did.
Yeah.
But whatever.
didn't just read this to you. I also read a bunch of other information that I then brought to you and told you about it.
Yeah, right.
So it wasn't just that we read the Old Testament. We read each chapter of the Old Testament. We talked about it, and we learned other stuff that was happening in the world and what other people were saying and what stuff meant in context of history and other characters in time.
Right. Yeah.
So fuck off.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. We will see you next week.
Sure as fuck will.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, wife, I guess that's the end?
But husband, that's just sad.
It doesn't have to be. We are on lots of social media platforms like Twitter. Our handle there is sacrilegious_D.
For D's nuts.
Oh my God. Stop doing that. Anyway, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. There's a link to all of our social media sites at our website.
Ooh, we have a website?
Yeah, it's sacrilegiousdiscourse.com, where you can also find a link to our merch shop.
We have a merch shop?
Yep, we have podcast-themed clothing, mugs, notebooks, and more, as well as an atheist and science-themed products.
Wow, our fans should really go check that out right now.
Definitely. They can get in touch with us by sending an email to sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com. But before they do that, we could really use some help.
Oh yeah? With what?
Well, it's not free running the podcast, and we need some financial support in order to get better equipment, which will free up time so we can concentrate on our podcast and our fans.
Okay, so what should they do?
Head over to patreon.com/sacrilegiousdiscourse and sign up as a contributor on our podcast. Supporters there receive additional bi-weekly episodes that we record just for our Patreon members for as little as $2 a month.
Also, we'd really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe on whatever platform you're using.
And Apple Podcast reviews help us out tremendously.
Like and subscribe. Leave an Apple review. Join us on Twitter. Support us on Patreon. That's a lot of instructions. Don't forget to say thanks.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.